all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey everybody, how are we doing? We doing good? We got some stuff to talk about today. Girl, that woman's so crazy. That woman is she not in her right mind, y'all. Crazy the wrong word. She just she dizzy. She dizzy. Like she dizzy. And people are crashing out. Hey, Miss Christina, I appreciate you. Said good evening, Crimson and family. Good evening, beloved. Been a member for 7 months. I appreciate you. I got, I've been cooking up something for my members because I want to talk about the Diddy thing, but I want to talk about it in a deeper way. But the rabbit hole is so deep. The problem that I'm having is condensing the information in a digestible form. Put a 1 in the chat if you have seen the movie Blink Twice. It's a new movie, just came out this year, like a few months ago. Put a 1 in the chat if you have watched the movie Blink Twice. I see not many people. I see not many people. That is as real as it will ever be depicted. Movies like Eyes Wide Shut, which I think came out in the 90s. This movie Blink Twice, which I do believe was directed by Zoe Kravitz, which is Lenny and Lisa Bonet's daughter. The reason why I'm referencing these movies, I referenced Blink Twice, I referenced Manchurian Candidate, is because they always tell the truth in a movie. And the reason that they do it is because it gives people a way to not believe it because it's a movie and supposedly it's fake. Supposedly it's a work of fiction. So, you don't got to believe it. But they be telling the truth. They be putting it right in your face. They put it right in your face. Like it'd be a real thing, like an actual thing that has taken place in reality. But because it's so heinous and it deals with themes that people are uncomfortable with, and we have been socialized to not believe things like mind control or, that people can be coerced a certain way. What we have to understand is that when we talk about spiritual warfare, the movie Hostel, Like those movies, that stuff be real. You don't think, where do people be going? What, I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna deal with the topic. When we say human trafficking, where do you think these people go? You think they just disappear? Where do you think that these people go to? When we say it's human trafficking, and everybody in here can say that human trafficking is an actual thing that happens, where do you think people go? Where do you think kids go? Where do you think these people are going? Where do you think these people are going? You think they just disappearing? I did a video about a year ago with CPS workers, Child Protective Service workers, coercing young girls between the ages of 8 and 9 to like 10 and 11 and 12 to prostitute themselves. These are children that are in the system. We realize that the CPS is one of the biggest sources of human trafficking that there is in the United States, right? Man, this is all of the stuff that people turn a blind eye because they don't want to see that. And the children that go through the system are prime because these are children that have likely already been traumatized. They have already been abused in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so these children become highly suggestible. They are prime candidates for being trafficked and brought into situations where they become slaves. And I mean in abject slavery. I mean, like, you better not. What do we think is happening? Do y'all remember listening to the story of them two white people who had got arrested for having adopted several black children, and they was keeping them in like cages and keeping them in crazy circumstances? Do you remember? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that story. This earlier this year. You realize that those are foster parents. Those children went through the system. And those children, see, people thought, that it was a racist thing. Those children were being traumatized into slavery, but not for the purposes of race. Race was not the determining factor for that. You traumatize a child by torturing them. You torture them. And that torture consists of doing things that is not humane. Leaving them in feces, don't feed them, sleep deprivation, food deprivation, okay? Attention deprivation, where they are somewhere where no one talks to them, no one touches them, it's done to break the will, to break the human will. And it's easier to do it with children. Keep them in cages and put them in squalor and beat them randomly and keep them off kilter. It breaks the mind and it breaks the spirit. And that's just the whole thing, Tracy. There are so many. See, people don't understand what they be looking at. They be thinking it'd be one-offs. Oh man, that's a messed up story. That's a messed up person. They are messed up people, but it's a network of them. Those people don't be by themselves. It's money to be made in trafficking of human beings. And there are trainers. There are people who are there, get paid to train and to torture and to send them off to the next stage of their slavery. But I save that for the membership video that I want to make. I'm gonna stop procrastinating because I'm oscillating between how much information, because it can be an information dump. And it's so much information. How do you order it? Because this is information that I have been privy to for many, 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 many years. and haven't seen certain things. So when I see certain news stories, and I know what I'm looking at. This is the story. Jean Whitefeather, who is 62, Donald Lanny, 63, supposedly a couple. Listen, I can't find hardly none of that stuff no more. Men's Daily Wisdom. They scrubbed YouTube. They scrubbed the internet. They scrubbed the internet, not just YouTube. The internet is scrubbed of stuff like that. That used to be so prevalent. That information, all you had to do, you can't even follow the rabbit hole anymore. You can't even follow that rabbit hole to the extent that I used to be able to do many years ago. A lot of the books that I read that had nothing but truth in them, you cannot find them. They have scrubbed it. They're gone. It's gone. That information is as scrubbed as they could possibly make it. It's just that I happen to know it. I happen to know the information. Anyway. So I want to talk about Trina. Somebody put ash kicking in the link in the chat. Did somebody put it in the chat already? Somebody do that for me. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Miss Bella. Miss Beautiful Bella. She just cute as a button, y'all. So, Miss Trina, known for 304 music. She used to roll heavy with why is his name on the tip of my tongue? Y'all know who Trina. Y'all know who I'm trying to say. What's his? It's Trick Daddy. Thank you, Trina and Trick Daddy. Used to roll heavy with Trick Daddy. It was always Trina and Trick Daddy. Okay. A known 304 Trina has been. A known in the industry. Known in the industry as a 304. Many rumors about it. Kaya used to always roast her about it. Kaya used to always roast Trina about being a 304 and an industry pass around and all that type of stuff. That's always been Kaya's big thing on Trina. With that background, and before I get into it, I don't follow none of these people. I never have. So you'll have to Google or look up Trina and, you know what I'm saying, and get more in her background. This is the same Trina that showed up with Saucy Santana to do that no voting, no vucking thing the last election, where the Democrats was playing in our face. And so I couldn't tell you a whole bunch of details. I never listened to Trina's music. Because, I was just never a fan of hers at all. And so a woman with this type of background, for whatever reason, some man, I don't know who this man is, I don't know his background, has decided to marry this woman. This is what mystified me. The marrying of the known 304s. Like, the marrying of the known 304s. And this is the type of stuff that you get out of them. Now, I'm going to talk about it because I'm going to talk about it from a lioness's point of view, right? But I do not feel sorry. Let me make it very clear. She got up here. I'm gonna let it play. She got up here and emasculated that man, but I don't feel sorry for him. Let me let it play. Because the woman that's interviewing her is, I believe, Keisha Kaur, which is Gucci Mane's wife.
Good things come to those who wait.
I truly believe that.
All right. Did you get a prenup?
I didn't.
Why not?
Because my husband brings all of his money to me. So
What?
I'm in charge. He can't spend a dime without my consent. Can't spend a dime for nothing unless it goes through me.
That's
that
what
phone
I'm talking
go to ringing
about.
up, that thing go to, I see everything.
That's what
So,
I'm
yeah.
talking about. So you always call me Mrs. Davis. Mrs. Davis. What's your Mrs.?
Mrs. Kears.
Mrs. Kears.
Yes.
Love it,
Yes.
love it,
Yes.
love it, Mrs. Kears. Good things come to those who wait.
I truly believe that.
All right. Did you?
Now, they smacking fives. He bring all his money to me. And he don't spend a dime unless I see it. Wouldn't hyenas call that financial abuse? Wouldn't a hyena call that financial abuse? Don't chicks be like, if you gotta give all your money to him and you can't spend nothing, not even a little dime, because she said not a dime. So you can't even spend any money without asking permission. He know about it. He has to consent to it. You can't go buy a pack of bubble gum without asking this dude for the 35 cents that you need in order to go get it. Would that or would that not be financial abuse? Now, she said, I don't have a prenup. He just give all his money to me and . Why would you say, Crimson Cure, that you don't feel sorry for the guy? She just emasculated that man because he married a whore. Knowingly. This woman has a very public past. You don't have to do too much digging to figure out what kind of woman this is. And you walk down somebody's aisle with this chick. So her getting somewhere after 50 million years, because I do believe Trina's in her 40s now, after 50 million years, she finally conned somebody into wifing her. Now she's sitting somewhere smacking fives about how she got him in check and how he bring all his money to her and he can't spend nothing without her. Listen, this is the boneyard activity. I do not want to hear no complaining from either one of them when this falls apart. When this falls apart and he get her for all the alimony because she doesn't have a prenup, I don't want to hear her arguing about it. Her sitting up here emasculating this man in public and then smacked the five about it and sat there and kiki about it. I don't want to hear him say nothing about, man, you emasculated me. I don't want to hear it because you was emasculated the minute that you took her seriously. The moment that she was taken seriously is where you messed up. So you brought it on yourself. Anything this chick do, because you didn't go get a lioness. You probably wasn't qualified for one. So you got what you could get. Now she couldn't wait to go somewhere and run him down and make him look like a fool. Like he ain't got no say-so in the marriage and he don't run nothing over here. That was what that was about. That was about he don't run nothing. Yeah, I'm married, but he's not the authority in this relationship. I am. And he know it. And so since he know it, I'm going to make sure everybody know it. This is the type of foolishness that a hyena gets up to the moment that you take them seriously for any reason. They're going to be hyenas. They're going to show you what it really is up in this boneyard. Hyenas are matriarchal, and there is not a single male in that clan that can take over any one of them females, whether we talking about the matriarch or the lowest female on the rung, is always going to be better than all of the men, all of the males in a hyena clan. That's just the way it is. And this is why you get hyenas flexing with one another about how they're the matriarch in their respective clan. And how they got these dudes in check over here. Because a man would not be able to get nowhere and kiki and smack a five with his friends online on a little podcast talking about how she better bring him all her money and she can't spend nothing. The accusation would not only be that he's financially abusing her, but that he's pimping her. He's pimping her. So we would say, he pimping her. That's what the accusation would then be. So when you lay down with a dog, you end up with fleas. And I don't even want to see you scratch and itch. Just lay there and suffer with the fleas. Don't even tell nobody you got them. I don't even want you to sit nowhere and get the scratching. I don't even want to see it. Just sit there and suffer with the fleas because you laid there and got them fleas because you laid down right there with that dog. Wouldn't even be with no man. That here, baby, here all my money. What? Huh? Why you bringing me all your money? I heard of putting the money in the pot, but it would just blow my mind. What are you doing? You know, he come up with his hat over his heart and his check in his hand, talking about, here you go, baby, with all my money. My biggest point here is this is what it has come to. This is what it has come to. Wifing these hyenas. She not gonna be no different. She not gonna do, because eventually, even a kind of a noodle-backed man, and he gonna wanna assert himself at some point. And whenever he do, he gonna get shot down for it. She gonna look at him like, where you get your backbone from all of a sudden? Who you talk to? See, people are focused on the wrong thing with this clip. They're focused on how she emasculated him, which she did. My focus is that what else would she do? What was anybody expecting? Somebody was expecting that she wouldn't do something like that? When this, who did we think that she is? Focused on how whacked out she is for emasculating her husband in such a public manner. But since when is a hyena not gonna be a hyena? Since when? Since when? Then the other hyenas was congratulating it. What do we think? See, we're trying to compare her behavior to what a lioness would or would not do. There's no comparison there. Because a lioness would never. Even if you had a lioness who was financially more well off than her husband, she would never get somewhere and smack a five and kiki and emasculate her husband. Well, I pay for everything, and he got to do this and he got to do that because I run things. A lioness would never be doing that. Because even if that were the case, she would realize how it would make him look. And so she would not expose him like that. She would not put him in a position to be scrutinized in that way, or for other people to see him as possibly less than, or he's not a man, or he's not running his household and things of that nature. Even if it was the case that she paid for stuff and he didn't, and whatever the case may be. She would never put him on Front Street about that, because she know, even if she don't see nothing wrong with it, she knows that the public perception would be that it's something wrong with it. So she would simply not put him in that type of position. Hyenas love putting their men in unfavorable positions publicly. I'm going to talk more about that. But first, after these messages, we'll be right back. Because I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. Ashkicking.com. If you want your skin looking, feeling, smelling its absolute best, then what you need to do is go to ashkicking.com, pick up some of the best body butter on the market. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Many people here have already made purchases before from Ash Kicking, and I have not heard anything but glowing reviews. I've used the product myself, and I have to give it 5 stars. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. Okay. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. ashkicking.com. I don't know how many likes I need, but I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Okay. Thank you. Mike B said, good evening, everybody. I'm glad to officially be a member of the channel. Salute to you. All right. You are a new member. Thank you so much.
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
All right. Thank you so much. Once again, Mike B said Trina's husband is stupid for marrying, and now she got him on a leash when it comes to his money. Thank you, Sister Bashua said rules for thee, not for me. Is a rule of the hyena. They can do whatever they want with no reciprocity. Exactly. Thank you, Bernard. So I find the emphasis she placed on not having a prenup odd, a display of how much power she has in the marriage. Exactly. Like I got my foot on his neck. He better not. I'm going to find another video that I wanted to talk about. About the foolishness. Let me see. No, that's not what I wanted. There was another clip. That brother actually be speaking facts a lot. But that wasn't the clip that I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Thank you for bearing with me sometime when I be trying to find my little clips. And thank you, Chicago Chano, said hyena emasculation similar to buck breaking. It's exactly pretty much what that is. And thank you so much, Chano. All right, I want y'all to listen to this. And the reason that I want y'all to listen to this is because this ties into the foolishness that hyenas like to do. And this is why a lot of these marriages never work. And they're never gonna work.
Like, you know, just like even don't question your man, especially in front of people, man. Ladies, like I feel like y'all are on a mission to show how much you don't respect your man. And that's not thorough. That's not cool. Like as men, we don't see that and be like, oh, look how disrespectful she is. She's sexy. I'm turned the fuck off. Like y'all do things that y'all think attract us, but in reality, if we see you being disrespectful to any man, we're not gonna be okay with that, because as a non-abusive man, what am I supposed to do if you don't respect me but get the fuck away from you? Like, I can't do nothing. Like, so I got to get away from you. So if I see that's how you are, and it's like, y'all want to show that, yeah, look how I talk to my man. Like, it's like you, all you doing is making your household look weak. And you can have the strongest, most physically fit man in the world. If it look like he can't have his household under some type of program and structure, then he's going to look weak as a leader. And that's not a physical trait. Like, you know what I mean? So don't be questioning why y'all got people attacking y'all relationship and trying to tear y'all apart and pull y'all apart when you are the main proponent of tearing him down and making him look weak in front of the people that would fear him. Like, you will create a problem in your household that expounds beyond your household because you will open up the back door unintentionally. If a nigga be like, oh, she don't respect her man, all right, this free game. So you can't say that you want a situation, I want to feel safe and I want to be, but you're not even creating a safe space to feel safe in. You can't create a fire and then expect him to put it out when he can't put it out because you lit him on fire. The fuck is like, what are you supposed to do from there? But as a man, if you're dealing with that, slide. That's all the advice I got for you.
You're a victim.
The thing is, like, you know, just like
everything that brother said was facts. He was saying that the way in which these chicks emasculate their husbands, publicly disrespect these men to showcase to, the only thing he got wrong is he thinks that the women that do that is doing it for the men to appear a certain way for the men. That's the only thing that he got a little bit wrong, because that's not what that is. They're doing it to show off in front of other female hyenas, to the sisterhood. That's why they do that. That's why Trina did that. She didn't do that thinking that other men would think it was sexy. She did that to validate and substantiate her position in the boneyard. That's what that was about. And that's what it's always about. When hyenas do that, when they publicly shame their men, when they publicly disrespect their husbands, when they publicly, you know what I'm saying, emasculate or make him appear to not be in a position of authority, publicly undermine who he is, and all of this type of stuff like that. See, it doesn't matter what she say to him in private. It matters more what happens in public, because it's the only way she can substantiate that she run her household is to run him in front of other hyenas. The other hyenas will congratulate her. Okay? They will do it. Oh, yeah, you really running things. Because if she just tell them that she run things, but publicly when they get out in front of everybody, she's on his program, she would be weak because you let him run you? I thought you said you wore the pants and that he did the stuff that you wanted him to do in a relationship. No, so she had to prove that. If she has ran her mouth to the sisterhood or she's just a part of the sisterhood, she got to prove to them unequivocally that she runs this man. Okay? That is why they do it. And the brother is absolutely right. It creates several issues within the marriage itself. It creates, first of all, you're not unified. A man judges another man. Part of the judgment of who this other man is whether or not he can put order to his household, including his woman. That is a part of male to male judgment of what kind of quality of man he is. What kind of man am I dealing with? Because if I have to deal with a man that cannot even bring order and command respect from the people that's supposed to be his subordinates and underneath his leadership, then I am automatically know that I am dealing with a man with weak will and weak resolve. And he brought up a good point. He can be the most physically intimidating or strong man from a physical standpoint. However, strength is not only a physical thing, especially when you see men interact with one another. Because they also are judging the strength of another man's resolve and the strength of his will, his mental strength, and the ability to exert his influence, which is what leadership is. The ability to exert his influence. Men are supposed to be able to oppose their environments and create changes. If one man see another man has allowed his woman to undermine and subvert him, then he loses a level of respect for this man. Now the men know and the community know that that household is weak. And the household is weak not because of the woman, but because the man allowed the woman to subvert him and undermine him without consequence. She'll do it and he don't do nothing with that. He don't corral it in no type of way. She don't respect whatever consequences he may or may not be able to put down. She not worried about if he gonna leave. She not worried about what kind of response her emasculation is going to receive. She's playing in his face on purpose. Trina's playing in that man's face. She got around another woman and got the plan in his face. Now all of the internet, anybody that saw that clip that know that man, is looking at him with an entire side eye. They may have had a certain level of respect for him before they knew that information. They may not have known that information. Because I cannot imagine a man going to tell his boys with any amount of pride or, confidence to tell his boys, man, yeah, I give my check to my whole woman. I can't spend no money unless she tell. I don't see no man worth the salt go in bread. You know nothing but a little salt go in the bread. Telling his friends, his male friends, his boys, business partners, other men that he want respect from. I just got a hard time imagining any man saying with any confidence, with his chest, yeah, I give my money to my woman and I can't spend nothing unless she say. I can't, I ain't never seen it. So I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that this man has never said that to any of the other men in his vicinity and in his circle. Because he automatically know I'm probably going to lose respect in the world of men. So I better not say that. So now, any man that know him personally, that see this, and he didn't know that information prior to, he giving him a whole side eye. Man, your woman run you like that? Now he got to answer to questions like that. So your woman run you? Because his closest boys definitely gonna take him to task about that. His closest boys gonna be like, what? Negro, what? That's your woman, right? Because it look bad either way. If she telling the truth, it's horrible. But if she lying, now why would she feel so comfortable to publicly go out there and lie like that? So he got a side eye coming either way. Because if it's true, bruh, that is not what we talked about, bruh. And if she lying, now the question becomes, why would she get up there and lie like that? Because either way, she still put him in a position to have to now answer to that in his masculinity. This is why we saying it emasculated him. Because now his masculinity has come under scrutiny at this point, and not in a positive way. Because folks around him is like, bruh, the other men, they don't, what? And only hyenas enjoy emasculating their husbands in this fashion. It creates the instability of the marriage. Because if your husband cannot present a front of strength, not only of physical strength, but of mental strength and authoritative strength, and he got his household together so that he can show up in the world of men and be respected as a man, then now you create situations where other men feel comfortable to attack the relationship. They'll start stepping to you. Other women feel comfortable. Oh, they not real stable. She called herself running him. That's a green light to a side chick to come up and be like, I would never say that about you, baby. You know, I would never do that. She did wrong. Why she say that to you? That it opens the floodgates. It opened all the floodgates. All the floodgates get open now. Because you, as a haughty, delusional female that doesn't like her position as a female, meaning you don't like the fact that naturally you do not have authority, you decided to come way out of your character and off your square to try to take up space where you don't belong. And now you have made your husband look some type of way. And it is not good. Because I don't care if he really was doing that. Now he feel a way about it. Because why would you put me on Front Street like that? Now he got to try to defend the decision. Or he got to say you lying on him, which then makes y'all not a unified front, because you said one thing about the financial dynamics of the relationship, and he came out and say another thing about those same dynamics. Now all of a sudden it's two different stories. Now you're not a unified front. So now privately now, we got to have a conversation about why would you put us in this position, so that the world knows that when there's no unified front, there is discord and weakness there. The world knows that she don't respect, because you would never talk about a man you respected in that way. You would never do that. You would, if you respected your husband, you would never open the door for other people to disrespect a man you respect. A woman who respects her husband would not disrespect him herself, and she will not allow other people to disrespect him in her face, and she would also not put him in a position through her words and deeds to have him be disrespected or thought of in a disrespected manner. Bottom line. Bottom line. Showing out in front of people. A lot of chicks like to do that. Showing out in front of their hyena family and friends. This would get a lot of y'all chicks marriages messed up. And men do not forget being disrespected and emasculated, especially in front of others. Men do not forget that. And it's difficult for them to forgive it. They can more readily see to and deal with private disrespect, because you did not put them in a situation where they're publicly emasculated. It's an in-house thing. So if they can correct the disrespect that happened privately in private, that's a little bit different. But once you get somewhere in a family gathering, y'all, like a lot of y'all chicks like to go places and hanging out, and it's a place that, you know what I'm saying, folks is bringing their spouse and stuff like that, family gatherings, blah, 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 and you will get to showing out like, you know what I'm saying, like you don't be doing what he say in the house and all that kind of stuff, like the dynamic is different than what it is, trying to show off for the hyena clan. But the hyena clan do not care whether or not your marriage succeed. In point of fact, they hoping that it don't. Because the hyena clan, the sisterhood, will try to shame a woman for being a wife and being on the program of her husband. That's a big source of shame. So they'll try to talk crazy to you and act like you crazy as a wife for being a wife. And this is where you got to stand up to the sisterhood at. I have had to tell so-called friends, so-called family members, oh, you do what he say? I'm his wife, aren't I? Oh, you just jumped up to fix him a plate. I do it at home. I do the same thing at the house. I ain't did nothing right now that I ain't never did. So I'm not going to get in front of y'all and try to impress y'all. I don't even half like y'all. I like him. And y'all ain't got to go home with him. I do. So mind the business that pay you. I have had to have that conversation a couple of times. Mind the business that pay you, sweetheart. Cause you all up in my Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. So I'm gonna need you to step back. 3 feet, no pressure. Get up out my face. I do what I'm doing for my husband. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's why you ain't got no man today. Because you always got your mouth fixed up to talk about what you ain't gonna do. Fine, you don't do it. This one over here, mine. You ain't gotta like it. And see, a lot of y'all chicks can't stand up to the sisterhood. You're scared. Y'all be too scared to say what you gotta say and put a hyena in her place. Y'all scared about that. Scared of what a hyena gonna say. It don't matter what she say. What do it matter what she say? She ain't in my house. I ain't married to her. Like I said, I don't even hardly like you. Kind of almost don't want you talking to me. Because you over here talking, but we ain't never really been that cool. So I don't even understand why you over here in my face trying to take me. Because my mouth is very smart. You about to be mad at me. I suggest you go back over there. Or change the subject or something. Just trying to be over here all in my sauce, what I'm doing with my man, that don't fly. Because the next thing you know, a hyena be done disrespected your husband and said something slick. And see, now it's about to be a whole different problem. So don't even open the door. Chicks run their mouth too much. Don't even open the door for somebody to disrespect yours. Because if left up to me, you going to view my husband in the highest of esteem. Because I ain't going to talk about him much. Because that's the other thing. You run your mouth too much about your man. So I ain't going to talk too much about him. But when I do talk about him, it's going to be so lofty to whenever he do come around, you almost going to be scared to say something to him. Because you're going to be trying to figure out, is you even worthy to even really be talking to him? Not really, but I'll let him handle that. Y'all let these chicks talk crazy about your man. How you hating outside the club? Put these chicks in check. And I'm talking to the lionesses. Don't dip your head. Put these hyenas in their place. When they get to sniffing around, trying to say something, find an opening where they can say something slick about your relationship. Check these chicks and check them quick. And just so they know you feminine, throw a beloved at the end of it. Just so they know they dealt with a lioness. Let no hyena talk crazy. Don't let her talk at all. Because they get real disrespectful real quick. And you gotta gather them together. You gotta gather a hyena together. The first time she get out of pocket. Y'all need an example of how a lioness gather somebody together about her man? Let me see. Let me just see this right quick. Because I be knowing I be having these clips, but they just be, y'all know what I'm going through. I appreciate y'all being real patient while I do stuff like that. I thought I actually had the clip. I ain't gonna spend too much time looking for it. I really thought I had this clip saved up. It'd be so many. This is it. No, I just saw it.
You're not a toxic man?
Not at all.
Not at all? A little bit.
No.
A little bit.
I'm not poisonous, brother.
A little bit.
No, not at all.
It's something about you that you need to fix.
But toxic doesn't mean I don't have anything to need.
Okay, give me one of your biggest struggles.
My biggest struggle is sitting back here and not sitting in the VIP section.
Oh my God. That's a fact. So why
Now
are
you can do something about that and allow me to come up there and we'll be okay.
Oh. So you want me to do something about your situation?
No.
Is that what you're saying? So you're saying your biggest issue is you're in a place that you don't want to be, and the answer is that I change your situation for you.
No.
Ain't that what he just told me?
No, that's not what I said. I said that you could assist me by allowing me to come up there. You asked me what my problem was.
No, because he can't sit up there and act like it ain't nothing wrong. Like everybody got a little bit of toxicity in them in some way, shape, or form. You married, right?
Yeah, I'm married, and my wife is right here.
For sure. Okay, give her the mic.
Okay.
Give me the most toxic thing about him, because he don't know. He don't know yet. And don't give me an answer, because it's something that you like, ooh, I don't know if I can say I got some toxicity about me. Let me show you. Let me tell you. Just get your answer together, okay? So
I already have my answer.
Come on with it. All right, you sit down. Now, you keep the mic, sit down, because I don't want you to influence the conversation. Have a seat. Okay, go ahead.
Now you want to know what is his issue.
One toxic thing about him that he for sure needs to fix or correct or improve on.
Well, he's legally blind.
Okay.
So I'm his caregiver. So
Okay.
one thing that I would like for him to fix is he takes a lot of medication, right? But when he takes the medication, he shakes the bottle a lot. And I always ask him, can you just reach in there and take it out instead of shaking it up? And, because it's loud, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying.
Then what's his response?
His response is his hand can't fit in there. And I totally understand that. So me as being a caregiver and the individual that I am and the biggest heart that I have, I assist him by getting him something to accommodate him, which is a pill holder.
How long you been married?
17 years.
17 years. Congratulations.
And I can honestly tell you this. What he said, he truly follows you. Everything that you're saying, he has that information. So he follows you. I can honestly tell you, some other individuals here, I also recently lost my job. He's the only caregiver right now, and I'm his caregiver. So we spent money to be here with you. He's not asking any favors to be up close to you. It's just so he has to use his ears and things of that nature to be close to understand. And I'm also in his ear telling him what's going on. So it's not so much as he's asking something from you. It's just to be close to you so he can understand it, so you can see him. Because a lot of people don't see him, and he's the one that's going.
That's good. That ain't good. Hey, man. Go get everybody else a seat. Go on, give me 2 seats right there. Brandon, 10 cents. Get everybody. You're not a top.
That is how a lioness gets somebody together about her man. See, he thought she was going to get up there and complain about her husband and put all of his shortcomings on blast. Yeah, he do this. Yeah, he do that. I don't like this. I don't like that. The little thing that she said, he shakes the bottle. Well, what do? Help him? Instead of complain to him continuously about a small thing, what I do is help him so that the issue is resolved. And I don't continue to complain about something so small as a pill bottle. So I bought him something to accommodate him so that he can continue to take his medicine, and the very small annoyance of the pill shaking is over with. I'm his caregiver just like he's mine. So, dude, he ain't asking you for nothing. He ain't asking you to take pity on him. But he spent his money to be here. He's legally blind. There is a you know what I'm saying, an impairment here. You just want to hear you better. Because whether we sit up there or not, I'm actually in his ear telling him everything that's going on. So don't be getting up there trying to put my husband on Front Street talking about he's toxic, because he's not toxic in point of fact. And that is how a lioness gathers somebody about her husband. She didn't curse. She didn't get out of pocket. She did not abandon her femininity. She just checked him real quick. Don't be talking crazy about mine. You can talk crazy about you, but you can't talk crazy about mine. Thank you, Mogul, for your contribution. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Gloria, for your contribution as well. Thank you, Chano said Trina is an alienated follower. Danger to all 4 Ps. Exactly. Thank you, Quantum Solace. Said, then we as men wonder why the demos and their advocates so boldly degrade and demonize us on the world stage, because these simpletons being weaker than cottonelle toilet whites. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Chano. Said, I think I read that already. Thank you, Bernard. Said she might as well put on a Catwoman patent leather, pull out the leather whip, and spike collar and dog walk that ninja to the park. Thank you, Quantum. Said she definitely opened Pandora's box with this one, made them both look bad. Ladies, this is why you don't get on social media telling where your business. You are only trapping yourself. Thank you, Troy. Said Misery Love Company. If they see structure, they will try to break it to bring you back to their level. Thank you, DDEC. Saying the words of Big Sis, boop, 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 boop. Hey, how you doing? L2 said, Mr. Crimson D watching from the bushes. All right, no problem. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Said the hyenas tried to talk about Just a Girl husband on TikTok because she called out the sisterhood. She got a lot of support. And once again, say I have checked many hyenas who came at my husband. Always ends in crickets. Yeah, they just be full of a lot of woofing. They just be doing one of these. Once a lioness come through and check, we done. They don't be having nothing else to say. Once you shut it all the way down, they don't be having nothing else to say. They be sitting somewhere looking stupid. I don't even stay around to hear the response. After I go ahead, knock your head off, we done. We done with the situation. What I'm gonna stick around for, I don't want to hear it. Because you ain't got nothing of use to say to me. I done gathered you together real quick. I'm done. My work here is done. That's the other thing. Don't even wait to see what they respond with. It don't even matter. It don't even matter what they talking about. Somebody put the Black Community Speak link in the chat for me, please. Thank you, Remnants. I love your work. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Somebody do me a big favor and put the Black Community Speak link in the chat for me, please. I appreciate y'all. So y'all got to be able to not allow no hyena to say no foolishness. Thank you so much, Miss Mia. So before we cut out of here,
friends and family, I would like you to check out blackcommunityspeak.com. Now, blackcommunityspeak.com is a forum-based website, so something that's very simple where you can get on, you can get off, get involved with a lot of topics. Now, Black Community Speaks is a place that's for Black men and women to talk about issues that's affecting the entire community. So on blackcommunityspeak.com, they talk about topics in the range of news, what's going on in society, relationships, technology, business, food and recipes, gaming, health and fitness, music, and many, many more. On Black Community Speak, it's a place where you can be safe to say what you want to say without the fear of big tech censorship. So make sure you head on over to blackcommunityspeak.com and sign up today.
So go ahead. I've pinned the link to the top of the chat, Black Community Speak. Go ahead and give the brother some support. I think he's only 5 people away from a very important milestone on his website. So please go ahead and support the brother. If you have not registered to be on the forum, please do so. It is free to do so. Please click the link at the top of the chat. Once again, Black Community Speak, and show the brother some support on his forum. Thank you so much. Quantum said these lionesses better start acquiring some backbone and show teeth and claws. Best believe these hyenas most definitely will bite you. This is true, because a lot of times, and I'm gonna say this to the lionesses. I'm gonna say this to the lionesses. We're very feminine and we don't like the confrontation. I get it. But you also have to know when that is. You have to be able to understand where you don't want the confrontation, but do not allow your femininity to be an excuse for cowardice. You understand? Lionesses are not cowards. We may not, you know what I'm saying, engage in a lot of foolery and but lionesses are fierce defenders of their pride. Fierce. And hyenas will try you, and you got to bite them. So because a lot of times that's the only language they understand. They don't understand you taking the high road and going on about your business. That only works sometimes, especially when we're talking about hyenas that's in your family that you communicate with and be around on any type of regular basis. Like a hyena in the street, you ain't necessarily got to deal with her, you know, depending on what's going on. But just because we feminine does not mean that we are cowards. Don't let them two things, don't be confused. Because a lot of times, an overwhelming majority of the time, lionesses only, hyenas only understand when you boop, 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 that they only understand that. That's all they got. They don't know nothing else. They can't do nothing else. And so you got to, and lick your paws. You got to do that. And like I said, so that they know that they dealt with a feminine woman, throw a beloved on the end of it and a sweetheart, and go on about your business. Because you got to check. When you take the high road, they think that that's weakness. They think that you're running. So you can't always take the high road and don't say much. See, that only work once and again. Hyenas is unruly. Thank you, most hated and underrated. So this is funny. I heard one of BGS streams that had you and Angry Man Cook, Candy, Katrina. Trina, lucky you being nice. You came a long way. Oh, you from them days. Oh, well, then you know what's up. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Mia, for your super sticker. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I appreciate all of you guys' support. So yeah, I just wanted to leave the lionesses with that. Don't get it confused. We can take the high road, the feminine road, and all that's beautiful. Every once in a while, bite their head off as an example to the other hyena. Sometimes you got to make an example. You understand? You got to get one hyena and tear up. Okay? Just get one and tear up. And then just look at the other ones. Okay, roll her head back over there. Is this y'all queen? Got to roll her head back over there. And fix your dress, you know, and fix your hair, things of that nature. Ooh, hope I didn't crack a nail. And go about your business. They'll understand that. Anyway, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Oh, I also want to make sure that I let you guys know, all right? I have consolidated everything to my website, crimsoncure.com. This is where you can purchase the book. This is where you can purchase the apparel, men's and women's t-shirts, hats, hoodies, all of that good stuff. And this is also where you can go to book coaching sessions. Okay, this is very important. All you have to do is go to crimsoncure.com. You can see all of these things. These are links. So if you wanted, for instance, to book a coaching section, all you do is click that. It'll take you to the page where you can choose either a 2-hour session or a 1-hour session, whatever it is that you want to do. You'll be led to a calendar where you can choose the days. The days that are lit up are the days that you may choose and the times that are available. All right. So if you wanted to go ahead and book a session, this is how you can do it. Real quick, real simple, real easy. No fuss, no muss. If you have any questions, you can always email me, but this is how you go about getting a coaching session with me if you so desire. Okay. All right. Once again, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.